Thank you, Kim. My name is Bob Bossman, and I'm the Executive Director and CEO of the International Sports Academy, also known as ISA. And John will get into more information about more detail of who we are, but I'll give a brief background of myself and a little bit more about ISA. I have had the opportunity to see and travel the world through the game of basketball. Played NCAA Division I, NCAA Division II, as well as played professionally, and then I've done that as well from a coaching side. And within that, have seen a lot of different cultures. I've seen a lot of different ways to train, a lot of different methodologies, and that is how we've gotten to where we are right now with ISA, where we differentiate ourselves from other academies such as IMG and other sports academies across not only the United States but all over the world. We'll get into those details as well, but we are very excited on being here with Grit Academy, on offering your son or daughter an opportunity to excel, on the basketball court, parlay that with the academic side and help them achieve their success and take them to the highest of levels. With that, I'd like to introduce our Executive Director of Athletics, John Copso.
Thanks, Bob, and thanks, Kim. Extremely excited to be sharing with you today, and a little bit of background about myself. I coached here in the United States collegiately for many years at the NCAA level. I had a chance to work with many NBA players that went through the college ranks and eventually went on to play professionally. And as Bob said, it's a universal game now. It's worldwide. And basketball is one of the greatest teachers in life. Basketball teaches traits that cannot be taught in other sports because of the speed of the sport, the teamwork involved, the ability to follow instructions quickly. And so why are we here today, and why ISA? We have been able to partner with Grit to offer services and training on the ground that's going to truly enhance your son or daughter's life. Many of the top NBA players that you hear, Andrew Wiggins, DeAndre Ayton, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Terry Rozier, they all went through academy programs before they were in college, and if they did go to college at all. And those are the types of stories that we want to tell and be a part of, is students that come through the academy, the basketball academy world, and go on to have great success at the college level. There's no question that playing in an NCAA tournament or playing your first professional game, there's a lot of hours of work that go into that, and we're happy to be a part of it and want to share with you how we can be a part of that long term. Quick background about ISA. We're going to show a few slides. Bob obviously covered the background of how ISA was started, but just to give you more background, coming from Singapore, being a small country, there are opportunities for your students. There's certainly limited resources from the past, but organizations like Grit are going to be able to help bring those resources to your door, bring those resources to your school, bring those resources to your club team. And the idea of an academy is to really balance all facets of your development into one place. Academics, athletics, nutrition, recovery, mental skills, as Hani spoke of. We want to be able to bring all of those into one program so that students don't have to travel from school to basketball club practice, to a sports psychologist's office, to a weight room. An academy really does bring everything together into one location, whether that's in Singapore with Grit or here in the United States with ISA. And so understanding what an academy is, I think, is very important moving forward, because there are clear pathways to playing NCAA college basketball in the United States. There are clear pathways to becoming a professional basketball player and trying out for the NBA, and we can help share those pathways with you. It's no question that, especially with COVID, the coronavirus and things that have changed over the last 6 months in our world, that it's an ultra competitive world. Young people today are entering a world that is unprecedented in the amount of opportunity, but also unprecedented in the amount of challenges that exist. And from a basketball standpoint, these last few months have been difficult for young people who maybe haven't had as much access to the gym worldwide, haven't had as many camps to attend, haven't had as many basketball competitions to participate in. And so the idea of an academy that's in a very safe environment where you have professional coaches training your children is, again, what we want to share with you today. I know we spoke earlier about our academy in the United States being in Cleveland, Ohio, and not sure, Matt, if a lot of your Singaporean families know where Cleveland, Ohio is, but we are in a strategic location because we're halfway between Chicago and New York. We have a partnership here with the Cleveland Cavaliers of the NBA, which is why we've chosen Cleveland to be where our academy is home. It's a safe environment where our students can come, learn, and train and focus on those factors. There's not as many distractions, especially with the current situation with the coronavirus. We understand that having a safe place to train is now more important now than ever. But balancing, as I mentioned, academics, your sport training, specific to basketball, your performance training, which is your speed, strength, and agility, getting proper nutrition, getting proper mental skills training, so everything from the shoulders up, and then getting exposure to professional scouts, professional coaches, exposure to colleges and universities here in the United States. Those are all the things that an academy like ISA can offer. It's year-round programming now. Basketball, like all sports, is now year-round training. And so a focused student, whether they're just starting off at 8, 9, 10 years old, or they're more advanced at 15, 16, 17 years old, you have to begin to focus on a year-round program. And our partnership with Grit truly allows year-round programming for students. From summer to fall to winter to spring, there needs to be a focus on basketball year-round if you're going to achieve all of your goals. Three of the biggest philosophies when it comes to ISA, and I think they match up perfectly with Grit Academy, is that we're trying to build leaders. We're trying to build leaders for the future. Students become our next generation's leaders. And as I mentioned, with an ultra-competitive world, our young people are growing through an ever-changing environment. Advances in technology, advances in nutrition, advances in the speed at which basketball is moving. It's important that we teach our young people to learn, lead, and then grow within these academy programs. And so there is a sequence to what we do and how we do it. As Bob mentioned, the FullTime Academy becomes the focal point of what everything revolves around. Starting at a young age, we feel that students should be experiencing academy at a way in which it fits their level of interest. So if a student is a beginner and they're not that interested yet in training year-round, they could attend a camp. And we'll talk a little bit about our camp program here and then the camps that we're going to be doing with Grit in Singapore. But again, bringing all of the training into one place, bringing all the academic preparation needed for American colleges into one place is what we're trying to accomplish here at ISA. I'll let Bob go ahead and talk about some of the features of the academy now, but just wanted to give you that background so you have an overview of what an academy is here in the United States.
Thanks, John. So our FullTime Academy runs from August to June. That's our academic school year here in the United States. What that consists of is, on a day-to-day basis, we run our program as close to a college program as possible. From the moment that our student athletes wake up to the moment that they go to bed, they're treated, they're cared for, but they're also taught and led in a way in which to prepare them for what college as a student athlete will look like. Their days consist of daily individual trainings with our coaches, speed, strength, and agility with our speed, strength, and agility staff, mental training with our partnerships with some local hospitals with regards to nutrition, teaching them about proper ways to fuel their body. And then on top of that, obviously their academic courses as well as mandatory study hall, which is something that is always done every day at the collegiate level. What we are proud to say is that 100% of our students that come through our program have opportunities to continue playing at the next level. Now, everybody's next level is different. Some is high major Division I basketball, such as Duke, North Carolina, Stanford, and then some are lower level Division III or NAIA. But at the end of the day, each and every one of our student athletes has opportunities to reach and achieve their dreams of success on the basketball court. Academically, with our partnership with Andrews Osborne Academy, which is a private co-ed international boarding school, our students are not only have the opportunity to get into colleges athletically, academically, our students are getting into some of the best universities in the country. MIT, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Caltech. I mean, some of the University of Chicago. I mean, the best universities that the United States can offer, our students are getting into. Now we parlay that and combine that with an academic and athletic focus, and we do differentiate ourselves in that perspective. I've been in the sports and education world just about my whole career, and I can tell you that the care and attention that the ISA, as well as the school administration, has for each and every student is unparalleled. Our students are just not a number. They're known, they're treated, and it's their success at the end of the day is our success. And a lot of similarities in synergy between Grit Academy and ISA is what really has us excited about where this is going to go, giving the Singaporean students, student athletes of your son or daughter, the opportunity to play at the highest of levels. My dream would be that there would be future NBA players and WNBA players coming out of Grit Academy through the ISA partnership. And I think that is very, very realistic and possible.
Thanks, Bob. I think one of the keys now is to understand, how do I go to an academy like this? How do I go from Grit Academy to the United States to participate in some of the best tournaments? And one of the things that we're offering through Grit is the opportunity to participate in camps. It's a great way to start as a young person in experiencing high-level basketball training at a rate that's comfortable for you. You know, a 10-year-old isn't going to be training the same way that an 18-year-old is going to be training. We all understand that. But through Grit Academy and us helping work together with your son and daughter, we want to create a very rich experience for them, where they can come to the United States in the summers, and they can be here for a short amount of time, working together with our professional coaches that have all coached or played at the NBA or the college level here in the United States, working with them on your skill development, working with them on learning the fundamentals of the game. These are the same types of programs that Grit Academy is going to be offering in Singapore. And we hope that as travel opens up, we can bring our staff and our NBA coaches and our former NBA players to Grit to be working hand in hand on the ground with you, training your young children in the sport of basketball. It is a great way to enter into the academy world, is by doing a camp first. Once a student experiences a camp and they've had a chance to meet new friends and they've had a chance to meet coaches that care about them, we want to continue to grow that and help them learn about the pathway to college here in the United States, learn about the pathway to becoming a professional basketball player. But it takes time. It's not a one-day project. It's not a one-year project. It's truly a multi-year project. In addition to actually attending a camp, one of the unique features about the world we live in today is that we're also going to be rolling out a virtual training platform with Grit Academy, where your son or daughter from the safety of their home can train live with our coaching staffs here in America, live with your coaching staffs there in Singapore, and be able to do it in a safe environment year round. Really excited about this opportunity for your children. You know, the capabilities we have with technology, just like we're coming to your home today from the United States. Bob and I are here in the United States right now. We want to bring the training to your home as well. And how we track progress and how we build in metrics and analytics to the development of your sons and daughters are things that we'll talk about over time, and Grit Academy will help monitor. But in the overall world we live in today, virtual training is so important. And so whether you can bring your son or daughter to the United States for a camp, we are coming to Singapore for a camp live with you, or we're doing it virtually. We don't want our kids to miss out on these incredible opportunities to develop through their passion, as Matt mentioned and Hani mentioned. The passion that they have for this sport will be an enhancer to their academic life, not a deterrent. And so we're excited about that. And I'm sure Matt will talk more about the virtual partnership, but we are here to be a true resource for you, and to be able to guide your son or daughter down the path to success. At this time, I'll introduce back to Kim for any questions you have about our programming. But at the end of the day, we want to connect with you. We want to bring elite coaches to your doorstep, to your home. We want to bring high performance to your son and daughter so that they can fulfill their passion through the game of basketball.